September 26, 1990, authorities found Kevin Miller's body right off the interstate I-10.
Kevin would have been a No Limit, it would have been a different No Limit.
I don't think we would have made it if he wouldn't have passed away.
The morning of September 14th, 1990, began like any other for 22-year-old Kevin Miller. That day in New Orleans, he found himself in the company of two friends. The three were traveling together in a vehicle, their exact destination unknown. But what started as a routine drive took a terminal turn. Inside the car, a heated argument erupted between Kevin and one of the passengers. What sparked the confrontation remains unclear. But the tension quickly escalated beyond control. In a shocking act of retaliation, one of the men in the back seat pulled a firearm and shot Kevin multiple times, striking him in the head and back. The scene turned grim as Kevin's lifeless body was left in the hands of his killers. Panicked and desperate to cover their tracks, they disposed of Kevin's body along the roadside near an Interstate 10 exit in St. John, the Baptist parish. With the body abandoned and in the shadows of a quiet highway, it would take days before the truth surfaced.
Do you feel like he'd be proud of where you guys are at now?
Yeah, that was our motivation, man, for a while. It was like, Kev was a real good, solid dude too, man. Like, as a big brother, what nothing he wouldn't do. He'll try his best to. I say, oh, I need this jacket, he'll go get it.
Born in 1968 to Josie and Percy Miller Sr., Kevin's early years were marked by deprivation. Basic necessities were often out of reach, yet the family found strength in each other. In the heart of the Calliope projects, a place defined by poverty and harsh realities, the Miller family forged a narrative of resilience and heartbreak. For Kevin Miller, the second eldest of 5 siblings, life was a balancing act between the harsh realities of their environment and the enduring love of his family. Alongside Percy, Jermaine, Corey, and Vashon, Kevin grew up navigating the challenges of their neighborhood with a bond that was unyielding as their circumstances were unforgiving. Despite the challenges surrounding him, Kevin was known for his resilience and unwavering commitment to his family.
Serious person, he had jokes, you know what I'm saying? He would pretty much, I would say, P's, they about a year apart, you know what I'm saying? So he was P's, other side, you see what I'm saying? This dude had a savvy about him, he had a charisma about him.
As one of the oldest brothers, Kevin played a pivotal role in supporting his siblings after their parents divorced. Among those siblings were Corey and Vashon, who would later become known as C. Murder and Silk the Shocker, as well as Percy Miller, who would rise to international fame as Master P. In an environment where opportunities were scarce, Kevin remained a steady presence, embodying the hope and determination that the family so desperately needed. Kevin grew up immersed in the camaraderie of the Calliope projects. His childhood was filled with basketball games, laughter, and the pull of the streets. Despite the odds stacked against him, Kevin's charisma and street smarts set him apart. He became a part of a neighborhood group known as Tuesday Crew, earning a reputation as a sharp thinker and a magnetic personality. For Kevin Miller, the streets of New Orleans were both a proving ground and a trap. From an early age, Kevin became deeply entrenched in street life, earning a reputation as the most street-savvy of the Miller brothers. While his siblings pursued their own path, Kevin carried himself with a demeanor that demanded respect, a demeanor that people in the Calliope projects knew all too well. He was known to handle himself like a true gangster, someone who moved with confidence and was never to be underestimated. Kevin and his peers started small, breaking into cars and stealing, actions that marked their initiation into a world where survival often depended on bending the rules. Over time, Kevin's reputation in the streets grew. He wasn't known for catching bodies or being tough in the streets, but there was an unspoken understanding. Kevin Miller was not someone to play with. In the months leading up to Kevin Miller's passing, life for the Miller brothers was taking different turns. Master P and Silk the Shocker had already left the streets of New Orleans behind, relocating to California to chase new opportunities. Corey Miller, later known as C. Murder, had enlisted in the military, leaving Kevin as the only brother still in their hometown. Despite the separation, the brothers remained close, their bond unbroken by distance. Kevin had plans to reunite with the siblings in California, leaving the Calio projects behind for good. It was a move he'd been considering for some time, encouraged by Master P, who had already begun building the foundation of what would become his music empire. But Kevin's departure was tragically delayed.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, because Kevin was like P's other brain. You know what I'm saying?
According to a witness, just one day before Kevin's hit, Master P called him from California, begging him to make the trip west as soon as possible. It was a plea from an older brother who sensed the danger of the streets Kevin was still navigating.
Before he left, Kevin had called. P was asking Kevin, come on out here, man. He was begging him to come out here.
Master P's concern for Kevin was rooted in love, but the conversation would sadly become one of the last they ever had.
I see my brother Kevin. Like, how could I get through that?
Details about Kevin Miller's farewell service are limited, but it's known that his passing profoundly impacted his family and community. In an interview with Mo B. Dick, a producer associated with No Limit Records, recounted the day of Kevin's farewell service, describing it as a particularly challenging time for Master P and those close to him.
When Kevin passed, you know what I'm saying, that had been the last time I had seen P, you know what I'm saying, was at his Romeo was a little kid, little baby. He couldn't have been no more than 1.5, 2 years old, whatever. Yeah. And when we was at the looking at Kevin in his casket, P had his son, you know, Romeo on his hip, you know, he was, you know, P was like numb. I could see the numbness in him, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I could see the pain because him and Kevin, bro, we gotta tell you, saw one, you saw the other.
For his brother Percy, better known as Master P, the loss was a devastating turning point. In the wake of Kevin's death, Master P's grief became a driving force in his life.
I couldn't believe that my brother was... Everything stopped, man. My world was crushed. It just ripped something out my heart, man.
Reflecting on tragedy, Master P had said, when my brother got hit, I had to change my life. I had to do something different to get my family out of the ghetto. Kevin's passing ignited a relentless determination in Master P to break free of the cycle of poverty and the street life that had surrounded them in the Calio projects.
It was, but we just started out, and then I think we was doing some good stuff, and then I think when that happened, to be crazy, that was the turning point of our career. Because remember, we did I Miss My Homie.
Yeah.
That ended up being one of our biggest songs ever.
This profound loss also steeped into Master P's music, where he memorialized his brother and expressed his anguish in the song When They Gone. From his 1995 album, 99 Ways to Die, he delivered the raw pain of loss.
He used to be a friend of me, said he never died, but now he's 6 feet deep with a tombstone. Oh my God, my brother's gone, and I don't even think I can go on.
Said he never died, but now he's 6 feet deep with the tombstone. Oh my God, my brother's gone, and I don't even effing think I can go on. These lyrics capture not only the heartbreak, but also the emotional weight that Kevin's passing placed on his family. Silk the Shocker, another of Kevin's brothers, shared chilling details about the murder. I think it was a friend that he didn't really totally like. They took him for a ride. The guy he didn't like sat in the back seat, and basically, they shot him in the back of the head like 4 times. Kevin's passing not only shaped the personal lives of the Miller family, but also became a catalyst for their professional successes. Master P, fueled by grief and a desire to honor his brother's memory, transformed his pain into a platform for change by creating the group No Limit.
The way he passed away, it made us say like, wow, okay, it's 4 of us, and now it's only 3 of us. And the hood, the streets did that, you know what I'm saying? And so it made us like, wow, this could really happen to us. So we didn't want to lose another brother. So we just kind of like, you know, we bared down and was like, let's get out of here once and for all.
The tragedy prompted an immediate police investigation, which quickly honed in on 2 primary suspects, Kenneth Williams, who was a teen, and 21-year-old Melvin Radcliffe. Both men were acquaintances of Kevin and were with him on the day of the incident. The case took a dramatic turn when Melvin Radcliffe, overcome with fear and guilt, decided to come forward, fearing that Williams might implicate him or worse. Radcliffe approached law enforcement and provided details about the crime. His cooperation led to the recovery of Kevin's body and the arrest of both suspects. The legal proceedings that followed resulted in both men being charged for their roles in Kevin's hit. Kenneth Williams, identified as the shooter, faced the harsher penalties, while Radcliffe received a lesser sentence for his role as an accessory. Both men were ultimately sent to prison.
Didn't really do much time. The other one got like maybe 8 years, but got out, early. So, it's sad to watch, but, everybody got to get their judgment. So, we'll play that, play it like that.
For Silk the Shocker, Kevin Miller's passing remained a deep personal tragedy that shaped his life and perspective. Over the years, Silk has shared details about the aftermath of the hit, offering insight into the fates of the two men responsible. According to Silk, both perpetrators served prison time for their roles in Kevin's passing. He revealed that one of them since passed away, while the other has turned his life around and is reportedly out doing good for himself.
I think it was a friend that he didn't really totally like, and I think just being young, don't know any better. I think he just looked at it like, oh, okay, well, he don't like me, but we all good. Ain't nobody he didn't think he gonna lose his life, but they took him for a ride. The guy he didn't like sat in the back seat, and basically they shot him in the back of the head like 4 times.
When asked how he would react if he were to encounter the surviving perpetrator today, Silk's response reflected a sense of maturity and personal growth. It wouldn't be any animosity, he explained, suggesting that time and age have softened some of the anger.
I think one of them may have passed away. I guess karma, maybe. I don't know. The other one, I think it's really funny. I think he's out, but he's doing something good with his life. So I let God handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let that up to God. I can't judge nobody why they did it or whatever. I don't really hold remorse, but one of them lost his life, and the other one is a really outspoken person who's trying to change people's lives. So, I'll leave it alone.
However, when asked about how his older brothers, Master P and C Murder, might handle such a situation, Silk admitted it likely wouldn't be as peaceful.
You think that P and C Murder feel the same way?
That's a good question. Probably not so much.
Despite the passage of decades, Kevin's memories remains a powerful force in Silk's life. In late 2015, Silk took to social media to honor his brother in a heartfelt Facebook post, writing, "R.I.P. to my brother Kevin Miller. Although it's been a while since we lost you, it never goes away, even when you try to forget for a few. I guess at the end of the day, you was my inspiration to do better. I have to admit, even though I witnessed and seen demise, I always thought they would come back. Didn't quite understand. But when losing you, I swore talking to Mom, like when Kevin come back, found out later it wasn't no coming back. Made a decision to do it for you. Thanks, bro. Love you, and will always miss you." Silk the Shocker isn't the only member of the Miller family keeping Kevin's memory alive. Over the years, his brothers have also taken to social media to honor him, offering glimpses into the lasting impact of Kevin's life and tragic passing. In 2024, Corey Miller, known as C Murder, posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram in honor of Kevin's birthday. His message reflected both the deep love and enduring pain that Kevin's absence has left behind. "Happy birthday to my big brother Kevin Miller. Rest in paradise. I love you and miss you. You are the truest I ever met. These are the realest words I ever spoke. We miss you out here. I'm going to see you when I get there. Rest in peace, Kevin Miller."